Formula One, the difference between winning and losing comes down to milliseconds. Art Hu has been making those kinds of high-stakes technology decisions at a global scale for over 16 years at Lenovo. He's the global CIO. And today, we're at NVIDIA GTC talking all about what AI transformation actually looks like from the inside. Plus, we're going to discuss how data and AI fuel F1's real-time decision-making and even how the 2026 rule changes have affected the entire data infrastructure. Let's go. All right, I'm so happy to have you here. Can you introduce yourself? Who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, pleasure to be with you, Jess. My name is Art Hu. I'm Lenovo's global CIO, and I'm also the head of technology and delivery for our solutions and services group. That's a lot of syllables.
That was a lot of words. So something I really love asking leaders and executives in tech, what's the coolest way you've ever used AI? It can be something personal or work related.
Yeah, well, I can do one of both.
Yes, let's hear it.
We'll start on the work side,
Okay.
So work before play. On the work side, I think one of the coolest things is actually taking AI and really augmenting people, right? So we've always talked about the A in AI being augmentation, because there's also a lot of talk about whether we're replacing, and it's not. It's really about augmenting people. And what we've done is we've used AI in our contact centers to make all of our agents super agents, so that they are many times as productive as they could be, and they actually deliver a better customer experience. So that is on the work side of things, let's say. On the personal side, this is also very recent because of OpenClaw has really burst onto the scene. And so experimenting, as it's also changed names, and getting to know the ecosystem, and also personally having one to experiment what's the boundaries of what can be done or not. So I think the OpenClaw experimentation and really seeing interesting skills and how much the ecosystem is contributing and what other people are doing is very exciting, because that's also seeing how AI is now democratizing more than ever.
Wow, that's so cool. I love how you're like in with all the trends and all the things going on out there. Has your OpenClaw bot done anything crazy, or have you had any issues?
Well, as a CIO, this is where some of my paranoia about security, I keep it very focused, and for example, give it a very tight limit on credit so that I can't wake up and it's spent $10,000 overnight without my knowing.
That's a good guardrail to have. Yeah.
Yes, which I also found out some people didn't have, and that's a real use case where people have spent a lot of money without knowing it.
Yeah. So you just presented at NVIDIA GTC, the largest AI conference in the world, with the director of IT at Formula One. So how did Lenovo and Formula One end up in a partnership together?
Yeah, so I think the elements that make Lenovo and F1 so good together are a shared ambition and vision around how sport and technology can come together. It's an application of Lenovo's mission, which is about bringing smarter AI for all into one of the most demanding performance environments that you can imagine. And so for all the F1 fans out there, you see things are decided by milliseconds. There is zero downtime. The resilience required, right? The advanced degree of technology required is at the absolute highest you can imagine. And so we were excited to partner with them because that showcases how we can bring technology together from the pocket to the cloud to even as demanding a sport as F1. And when we succeed, it's a better experience for broadcasters, for fans, for the competition itself. And as part of Lenovo's investment, we're working to bring world-class technologies. We're at NVIDIA GTC, and that's one of them. And so we partner very closely to bring the best, not only of what we can do, but from the entire ecosystem into a very demanding sport that's always looking for the next.
I love that. Let's unpack that a little bit. So what do you think enterprises can learn from this Formula One case study? What are most companies getting wrong out there?
So I think the top things, the first that companies are thinking about or should be thinking about differently is about the speed. And there's always a balance. It's an entirely new world now with agentic AI. And I think this is really pushing enterprises to move more quickly than they would naturally be comfortable for. So one of the things that they could take a page from what we work with NVIDIA and Formula One on is really about the speed and the aggressiveness of the experimentation. Because it's that speed and aggressiveness which helps them continue to be at the frontier, because we want to be able to advance quickly. And at the same time, there is something about tradition, and there is something about making sure that things that used to work continue to work well. And so I think we found a good balance where we can continue to be at the forefront of experimentation, work with speed, work with boldness, and then have the right process for integrating that into the fan experience that everyone sees, whether that's in person or online or on the broadcast.
Speaking of in person, are you going to any Formula One races this year?
Yes, so I have a couple in mind. I actually was just at Shanghai, which is exciting because it's only the second race of the year. And so you really see strategies in action and real-time adaptation as fans and the teams especially are thinking about the new rules for this year. And a couple of other ones I have in my sights are at Montreal and Austria, which are exciting for me personally because I haven't been to them before. So really looking forward to something new this year.
Absolutely. And you already mentioned the new rules. So 2026 is being called the biggest regulation overhaul in F1 history. There's new cars, new engines, and new strategies. When F1 rewrites the rulebook that dramatically, what happens to all the AI and data infrastructure underneath?
This is also a fascinating question. So because the rulebook has changed so significantly, everyone is looking for a competitive edge. One of the names of the game is how quickly you can adapt, how quickly can you experiment and apply both the learnings, successful and unsuccessful, to make your race more competitive. That's what each team is after. At the same time, there is an entirely new telemetry system this year for F1. And so that means they're capturing more data than they've ever captured before. So earlier we were talking about the pocket to the cloud. When you have all that data coming in, it means that you have to be even more thoughtful and have even more capacity to make sure that at every point, whether that's in the garage, whether you're making a pit stop, whether you're on the track, whether you're at the on-site production or you're at the remote production, every piece needs to work in sync. And so the demands for that are even greater than before. And I love how it comes together because it forces teams to apply the technology in ever greater volumes towards a very specific goal of who can iterate the fastest, because the teams that will iterate the fastest, those are the ones who are likely to perform even better.
Most people think that F1 is just a sport, but it's really a massive real-time data operation, as you mentioned, running across 24 different races and 5 continents. How is Lenovo powering all that underneath and behind the scenes?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's absolutely right, meaning it is a little bit like an iceberg. You see the races, you see the excitement, and you see the sizzle. But underneath that, what you refer to as the data operation that's massive, that's really the unseen part of the iceberg. So each part of Lenovo's portfolio comes to bear because we are powering all aspects. For example, the devices that are actually supporting the people behind the scenes, right? Those are things that we provide. The edge devices that are so critical to reasoning well at the edge and providing those split-second decisions. Those are areas that we're providing devices and solution as well. Helping the broadcast experience, we're also deploying technology as well as logic to help improve the camera quality and the output of the signal so that what viewers see is the absolute crispest, true to color experience.
Wow.
All of these things are happening, and it's part of our pocket to cloud that we are bringing in. The other thing we're also doing is, of course, in the data center. So crunching all of that data takes massive power, and with massive power comes a lot of heat. And so our liquid cooling with Neptune is actually helping them achieve dual goals. It's helping them keep their data centers cool with leading technology, and it's also much greener because you consume less energy and you're much more efficient about turning that energy usage into practical compute that's driving insights and helping make the sport better.
Wow. That's fascinating. At CES in January, you launched Lenovo Agentic AI. Can you tell us what it is and how it helps companies move from AI experimentation to actually deploying AI at scale?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Agentic AI platform that we launched is what helps enterprises build, deploy, as well as manage agents for the enterprise. So in a word, doesn't matter where a company is on its journey. If you need to build agents, if you need to deploy them, or if you need to actually manage them, because each of those are separate disciplines that require unique technical skills to go do. And so we're able to help companies along their entire life cycle. And whether or not they have the skills, we're able to meet them where they are. So for example, they might know how to build agents and they might know how to deploy agents, but they might need help on the life cycle of managing the agent life cycle and running them securely. So those are things that we can help with. The other thing that it comes with is actually an entire library. And so we have agents and blueprints that are ready for companies to use very quickly so that they can benefit from others' experience and what we have accumulated as unique knowledge and differentiating knowledge from various industries and successful use cases. So for example, we ourselves are a top 10 supply chain in the world. And so we've made that available via our agentic platform for other companies that may have similarities or want to leverage some of our experience to accelerate their own supply chain transformation. Wow. So in a nutshell, it's a platform to build agents, and it's a way that you can take advantage of our collective experience and investments that we're making in industry solutions to accelerate your own company.
Wow, that's really cool. All right, what big things do we have on the horizon with Lenovo and F1 this year?
Yeah, so I think the biggest theme, especially given all the new technology that's coming out, is the bigger, better, faster, but applied for the enterprise, and particularly for F1. So more compute, we talked about all the additional telemetry that's coming in. We talked about all the strategic and tactical update that needs to happen. All those things are going to benefit significantly by being able to better use the increasing amounts of data and compute, as well as the applied ways we can turn those into intelligence for the teams to use.
Wow. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us and talking all about Lenovo technology and F1.
Pleasure. Thank you so much, Jess.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the exclusive executive interview with Art Hu at Lenovo. See y'all next time.